Okay. We're on the first floor now, would be the second floor to you. And coming up from the stairs, this pavement here is some of that stuff that gets taken out. So imagine all of this gets taken out and replaced with something nice and old. And into the bathroom, completely gutted, totally gutted. It's gross. But once it's gutted, if you imagine, you've got a nice window. It's not an old window, and this can easily be recuperated. That's good. All this tile comes off. All this comes off. And then, you can plan how you want it to be laid out. As we said, make an attachment for the bidet, but not put one in. Anyway, that's to look at in the future, but this will come up. The idea that we have is that the yellow Chimentina tiles that we just got, there should be enough of them to do this area. They've all got to be cleaned. They've got cement on the back. And so you're gonna lose some, certainly, by cleaning them, but anyway, there's a lot of them, so hopefully there'll be enough to do this, and it'll be nice. It'll be really nice if it works. Again, here you've got all of your water tubes and your light tubes and all the rest of it, so I don't think you want anything a vista in these walls. This wall is really, really thin, so it needs to be reinforced. But you're going to be having your tubing go through anyway, so the tubing will get attached to the wall, and then you have what's called the intercapedine, another piece of wall that's built on top of it. Here probably you're going to need to have an insulation panel put in, because this is one brick thick to the outside. So an insulation panel put in, and maybe that heat unit that Alessandra was talking about, I don't know where she thinks is a good place to put it, but anyway, this area has to be insulated, being a bathroom, for sure. Okay? Well, but this can be a clean slate, because the only thing that we kind of think is that the drain is here, but again, until you start to pull up the floor, the most likely place to have put it is there, but that will have to be set. Now, here's now let's see, what should we call this? First floor back, left bedroom. First floor back bedroom. Here, you've got the old floors, which will clean up really nice. The big problem in here, two big problems. One, there was obviously humidity at one time. And it should have been corrected by the roofing that was put on top, but at some point Nick's got to crawl up into that crawl space on the top and just really have a look at it. It's possible that this came down 30 years ago. Here is the back of that, the flue of the kitchen, and this is really a mess. And it has to be cleaned as much as possible. You have to get as much chalk off as possible, and then he'll be able to go back over it with clean cement and fix that up in here. Whether there's anything that you want to recuperate as a vista is to be seen in here. It is. Cosa ne pensi del soffitto?
Proviamo a vedere cosa c'è sotto.
Okay, Nick says he'll try to see if he can clean this ceiling enough, because it was damaged. The cement is not going to be as well attached, and he's just going to see what he can do. So it's possible you could have this ceiling a vista. This window will be fixed up. This one's okay. The bars will be cleaned up. The rest of it, the Gabriella's, sanitary units are gonna be thrown away, all of them. And you've got a beautiful old door, probably 18th century door. And that's this bedroom. Okay, this is the other room that goes through to that other space. So let's call it, first floor back right. So you've got your nice terracotta floor. You've got also a damaged ceiling, again, this one. But the good news about the damaged ceiling is that it might be recuperable to be left, with a brick view. And again, Nick is gonna have a look at this and see what can be done with it. Window will be replaced, will be, fixed if he can. This is the one window he was a little bit not sure about, because it's, could be a little rotten from being under the weather so much. Anyway, the floor is great. Here probably the idea is for now, to close it, maybe even just with a panel of nylon. With a panel of nylon or something, anyway, just to close it, because this whole other project here, will get this all dirty, so you have to decide what you want them to do with that. But the way it is here, you've got a wood beam. That's kind of nice. This could be cleaned. That looks good. Okay. Well,